Just getting started. I kind of wrote this down, so I want to share it, just thoughts. But everybody's doing their best, fighting their hardest. I'm really extremely proud of every person on the team, coaches and player, and very, very confident. We have 4 games left. Each one of those 4 games represents an opportunity for us to get where we want to go. And I'm excited for that opportunity. We have tough, high-character people. It's the NFL. We're in a fight. We're in a fight to get what we want, and we'll be fighting. So what questions do you have? Yeah, Lamar has an ankle sprain. It's not a high ankle sprain, which is good news. And we'll just have to see what it is from there and how he feels this week going forward and what it looks like.
Hey, Coach, even if it's a short-term injury for Lamar, is the Ravens going to try everything around Tyler Huntley entirely?
Well, we're going to see where we're at, with the situation. The plans are right now for, in my mind, for Lamar to be out there. So we'll see where it goes this week, and if he can go, he'll go. If not, Tyler will be the quarterback. So that's where we're at.
John, we also obviously didn't see Calais in the second half yesterday, and didn't see a lot of Sammy Watkins. Either of those potentially significant injuries, or
no? Calais has a soft tissue injury happened in the game, so you know how those go. We'll see how that looks this week, and you just have to go day by day on that and see where he's at. A lot of that has to do with how he feels today and tomorrow. And then Sammy's knee was bothering him, and he just didn't feel like he could go on it, during the game. So, again, we'll see how that feels this week and how it looks today and tomorrow and how he's practicing.
Regarding Lamar and practice on Wednesday, do you know yet if he's on track? I mean, I know it's just hours after. Right. Okay.
Unanswerable question, yeah.
And then is there any idea or thought regarding whether the injury could be something that was lingering from the previous game, stepping on that yard marker, if the two have anything to do with one another? Like he aggravated something?
Not that I'm aware of. That's not been something that I'm aware of at all.
You mentioned Sammy Watkins, but Rashad Bateman really stepped up in the second half, had a great day. I mean, how encouraging was that to see after, production numbers-wise hadn't been there quite as much the last few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, Rashad's been practicing hard, and he's been productive in practice, and to see it show up in the game on some of the 9 routes especially, catch and run play, also on the two kind of back shoulder fades there. Just great to see. Talented guy, I love it, love every bit of it. And, see more and more of that. I mean, Marquise had plays. Want to get him even more involved. I mean, he can get more catches. He found his way open a number of times, and I think he's going to be a big part of it going forward. Of course, Mark had some spectacular plays, and we found a couple other guys in there too with some, Josh Oliver got a catch, in a big situation. So I think we have a chance to spread the ball around to all those guys going forward.
John, you just mentioned Andrews. I mean, obviously he's been a tremendous player for you for multiple years. Do you think he's even gone up a level this year?
I do. I mean, the catch and run down there on our sideline, the left side there was pretty beastly, so I was impressed.
Coach, the secondary had some struggles early with the PI. They played really well in the second half. They finished strong. What was your assessment of them and how they finished the game?
I thought the secondary played well. I thought they played well. Credit to them. Credit to Chris Hewitt and Wink. I thought they did a great job and solid. Played the coverages well. We had a little something here and there, like always. Every team, routes, they run routes on you, and you talk through those things. But I thought they played well.
With Calais out, Broderick Washington and Justin Madubuike had elevated snaps. Just what did you see from those two young guys?
Again, they played well. Yeah, those two guys played really well, Ryan. Both those guys were stout, dominant at times, physical. Played the run exceptionally well. Thought they played well. Yep. Edge setters played well. All the outside backers did a nice job setting the edge. I thought the inside backers played good football too, just kind of across the board. They had a couple plays here and there, which you mentioned, and that was about it.
John, how much of, you see a lot of times the kickers out there being inconsistent. I mean, how much still is an asset of having Justin out there and the confidence to know that, being his consistency when you go out there, more likely than not, he's kicking.
It's big. I mean, to make what he made a 51-yarder and a 55-yarder, I think, and on kind of that field and with the wind blowing the way it was, pretty telling. The fact that we have him to get points. I think it's a difference maker. he's worth his weight in gold.
John, you saw him on the field yesterday going for a pregame warm-up. Obviously, Patrick was inactive. Is that late? Is that late when you don't know whether a guy like that's as important to the offense? Does that make things challenging a bit, or did you have a pretty good inkling that he wasn't able to go?
That makes it challenging. And when a player like that comes up and he just can't go, he just didn't feel like he could go. The way it felt, his knee, but it's not a serious thing. We got the MRI. We got good news on it this morning, so we'll see how it progresses during the week, and kind of expecting to have him next week. We'll see how it goes.
John, we know it's been such a long process for Nick Boyle, but he hasn't been able to play the last couple of weeks. I mean, is he still someone that you guys feel can still help you this year? I mean, has there been a setback? I mean, is there anything you can share with that?
No, it's just I think it's part of the rehab thing. I think it probably don't recover quite as quickly. Maybe, hopefully he's getting better every week with that. But I'm real hopeful for him this week. I've got my fingers crossed and think there's a good chance.
Hey, Coach. Sorry. Is it true Tony Jefferson is planning to come for a workout?
Tony was here for a workout, and we're signing him to the practice squad. So he'll be with us on the practice squad going forward. He looked good. Good workout. In shape, moving well. Good to see him.
Yeah, in addition to the player, I mean, he was a pretty beloved figure, I think, within the community and the team. Is it just fun to have him back from that standpoint as well?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It'll be great. He's an early morning workout guy, so I plan on seeing him in there early morning in the weight room. He's a lot of energy, brings a lot of energy in there. So, yeah, it's great.
Talked about being in a fight these last 4 games. How validating is it as a coach that you have a team that's competing, until the bitter end, regardless of the outcome?
It's great. I mean, I don't want to get too caught up in a lot of that, but to me, it's kind of self-evident when you watch it. I think it's a great observation, and just makes it, me proud to be around these guys every day. It's a joy to coach them. The bottom line is finding a way to win. That's what we're here for, and that's what we fight for. But these guys they fight for that. They don't ever, say, hey, let's just move on. I've never seen that once. I mean, that character is established in this football team. The great leaders. We have hard workers, competitive guys, just guys that you're honored. I tell them all the time, man, I'm honored to take the field with these guys. We come out there for the game and I see these guys out there, man, I feel pretty special, being with these guys. So I think that's really a great point. All right. Thanks. Appreciate it.